Well, hey everyone, welcome back to another Diablo 4 video. This is my Sorceress Fire and Ice build. I am level 55. Really enjoying this. I got Nightmare Tier 3 unlocked. And let me tell you something about the Nightmare Tier 3. When you first get into it, depending on your build, like with me, I was really kind of squishy at first, but persevere through it until you start getting your unique gear or yeah, your unique sacred gear, but primarily your sacred gear. What you want to do once you are getting your sacred gear, when you get enough pieces that at least will kind of work for you, heck, even if they don't work for you, upgrade from your regular legendary gear because these things right here give you a massive increase in stats and damage, primarily your armor. Uh, just yeah, it makes the world of difference when you're doing it. Oh, look at this, and that's something else too. Make sure, don't forget about your all of these, your elixirs. I mean, a couple of times those elixirs made a difference between me defeating a dungeon boss and not defeating one. But anyways, let's get on to this build, fire and ice build. Let's open this baby up. Okay, like I said, this is fire and ice. So starting out, we have frostbolt, enhanced frostbolts, flickering frostbolt, because we want anything we can do to make enemies vulnerable. I'm gonna come down here. I got 1 point in fireball. I'll explain why I have that, but not right yet. Ice shards, bread and butter right here, enhanced. Then you want to come to with 5 in a single cast, makes them vulnerable. Once again, we're focusing on vulnerability. And we want to come down here to this tree. Frost Nova. That's your other bread and butter right there. Killing Frost Nova reduces your cooldown. Frost Nova makes enemies vulnerable for seconds. You gotta have that. Now, here's your fire part, Hydra. This thing is awesome. And because of one of my gear drops, my sacred gear drops, it had a aspect on it that allows me to have 2 hydras active at the same time, but at a reduced duration. And I tell you what, it is just a killer. So we come up here, you gain 1 additional head if you cast while healthy. Then you also want these to be burning your enemies damage over time. Now you're also going to want to put some points in, increase your lucky hit chance. And you want to come over here and put some points, align the elements. Put 1 point here so you can open up this node here. You want all points in this. Using the cooldown grunts, 30% of your maximum life is a barrier for 2 seconds. Think about it. Anytime you're using an ability that has a cooldown, you want that. Now, here we go. Blizzard. Yeah, look at that. I mean, my gear, I've got 8 ranks of this. You want to be paying attention to this when you're building with your gear. Or you can extract that aspect that gives you that extra bonus and save that for a later game when you're really putting together your gear, which isn't until well after level 70, heck, even later than that. But anyways, Enhanced Blizzard. 25% increased damage to frozen enemies. And we come here. Cast above 58 Blizzard's duration is increased by 4 seconds. Yeah, it's just the bread and butter of it, guys. I'm going to come down here. Here's where I went on this tree here. This is your ultimate skills. Ultimate, you want Inferno. You want the Serpent. This thing does a lot of damage. It makes a nice difference. And I have mine set to where it pulls enemies to the center. It is something else. You also want to put points right here. Permafrost. Frost skills deal 5% increased damage to elites. But you're doing this because you want to open these nodes up here. Look at this. 12% increased cold damage to vulnerable enemies. Remember what we were talking about with vulnerable enemies? And over here, 9% increased damage to chilled enemies and frozen enemies. It all comes together. It makes such a huge difference. Then down here on your key passive, you want Avalanche. Frost skills have up to a 10% chance to make your next cast of Ice Shards, Frozen Orb, or Blizzard. Consume no mana and deal increased damage. Yeah, that's just, that is what you want. Now, let's come to the, not the Paragon, but here, let's go. Now, your enchantments. Remember I was talking about the fireball, why I unlocked it? When you kill an enemy, they explode in a fireball for 50% of its damage. Now, yes, if you were to put more points into fireball, that amount's going to increase. But when you have enemies all pulled together and one explodes, massive AoE damage. Huge difference. Then on this one here, ice shards automatically conjure and fly towards frozen enemies. This one is kind of situational. You can change it around depending on what you're doing. I've done that before, so you guys can kind of play around with this one right here. But trust me, the fireball enchantment, that's your go-to on this build. Now, let's kind of just talk about gear. My gear in no way, shape, or form is anything what I'm looking for end game. But to give you some ideas, let me show you what I'm talking about right here. Okay, you see the affix on this one? You may have one additional Hydra active, but it's reduced by 26%. See, now, I will extract that aspect off of this, and I will save it for when I get a way, way, way better piece of gear in the future. But right now, I'm going to keep using it. This is what I'm talking about. Get that sacred gear and just use it. I've actually had a few sacred unique items drop as well. Of course, they do drop. There's a better chance for them to drop anyways in the Nightmare mode. So, yeah, other than that, guys, this is your Fire and Ice build, Sorceress. It's been very effective for me. So, yeah, I may do some other tweaks on it, but probably not too much more. I'm liking where I'm at right now. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next Diablo 4 video. Keep safe. Peace.